Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. There's a push already, which is not usual for the way I connect to Virgo. So, like, there's a, like, boom. Like, I feel like I'm, like, flying up a ramp and like, getting launched into the air here. It's kind of interesting. That's like the intensity. Like, I'm getting whoosh right up this ramp and then I'm up in the air. Like, what is happening? Like, how did I end up in the air? How did this happen? No, this isn't right. This has to be face up. Okay, so you're going to see this. Okay. Sovereignty. All right. You're happy. Currently, you should be happy, is what I'm kind of feeling. Now, you got the Nine of Pentacles. Things seem to be working out the way they need to be, and you're happy and you feel very accomplished in this relationship. Is kind of what I'm kind of connecting to right off the bat, or at least where it came from. How's that? Now, is change inevitable is the question. Or can we keep this the same? Can we keep this infinitely going the same way? Now, you're comfortable and confident and happy. Your partner has the Hanged Man card. The thing about the Hanged Man card is things feel very stagnant there. But things can't stay there forever. They may actually stay in that position for a prolonged period of time, but at some point they do have to change. And your partner is kind of there. You may be very happy, but they're not. And they see you trying to keep things where they are because you're like, no, they're good. They're really good the way they are. They're good the way they're going. Let's keep them here. And your partner is kind of like, I'm getting like the chagrin, which tells me they're kind of like agreeing while knowing they're not going to agree forever. It's kind of like, for now, I'll go along with you, that type of energy. And they've got the Six of Pentacles, kind of like they're giving in to you right now. But the chagrin that I'm seeing in my head is telling me they know they're not going to stay this permanently. This is not going to stay this way permanently, but they'll leave it this way for as long as they can. You get the Magician card as your challenge card. I feel like you'd like to create this situation to stay perpetually the way it is. But the challenge card is saying you can keep it here for a time, but I'm feeling like at some point it will let go. It's almost like, I feel like this is like, I feel like a conductor actually when I'm seeing this, because he kind of does look like a conductor a little bit there. As long as the music is playing, you're in control. But they're saying this song will end. Like, whether it's through exhaustion or people walking away, the song will end. It will not play indefinitely this way. So as long as you're in the spot to do so, as long as you can, you will keep it where it is. But they're like, the song will end. The song will end. Now, it's understandable that you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a warning in the sense of like, all is not lost. Things will change. You will not be happy with it, but there's still a lot of good here. You're not going to lose everything, but things are about to change. Your partner wants to change things. Now, this does feel like this is going to be a good... They're still together with you. There's a lot of earth on their side. But they're going to start pushing things forward. And I got... This card is creepy in my opinion. Because if you look at that, what's in that person's bag, like there's like... I don't know if it's like serpent or bug tentacles or what's going on there. But it's creepy. And it's kind of like... They're slowly moving forward. They're slowly pushing things forward. They got the Knight of Pentacles. It's kind of like when a boulder starts rolling down a hill. It starts very slow, but when your partner starts changing things, and this is coming up, you don't want them to change, but you're immediately seeing that once it starts going, it's not, there's no turning back. And I'm getting this on your partner side with the Three of Cups. Like they seem to have the support to do this. People are helping them move forward. People are assisting them in getting this change to happen, which is just seeming to make this more obvious to you that there's no way to get around it. they know to start this off, they're kind of starting on their own because you don't want this to happen. Is that right? So they're taking on the brunt to start with. But what I'm seeing with you is the Ten of Swords with the sovereignty. Sovereignty is working with other people to feel safe. It's when somebody is like, you're in a bad position and the people you're relying on are also in bad positions, but you're coming together as a collective unit to make the whole, so everybody can get along a lot better, so everybody can survive a lot easier, even though you're not all up to par, you're all suffering your own wounds. You're coming together as a unit to overcome a problem, or at least survive through a problem. Sometimes sovereignty is kind of like getting together and surviving through the storm until the storm passes. Other times it's overcoming a challenge. It depends on what's going on for you, the way I read this card anyway, to be fair. So I feel like the way that you're going to overcome this and get through this Ten of Swords moment, because you do not want this change is what I'm getting. You do not want to. It's kind of like seeing your partner on this situation, agreeing that, the situation still seems good. You're still connected. You still have that sense of family with your partner. But just kind of like working with them to just kind of go forward and like, all right, I guess the boulder is moving. I guess what do I need to do? How do I need to prepare? How do I support this change? I'm getting, again, you do not want to do it. But they're saying, once it starts moving, just kind of going with it and just kind of like supporting it. Because by supporting it, you have more power to direct where it's going to go. If you just kind of like resist it, other people are going to make decisions for you that you would have been able to make yourself. The sooner you get into it, the sooner you start moving towards it. I'm not saying accepting it, because I think that's going to take some time. But the sooner you start moving towards it and seeing where it's going, you might have more ability to kind of direct it this way or that way as it goes. Push it over to the right a little more, push it over to the left a little more, that type of feel. Because your partner is looking out for you. They are, as they're moving forward. They are looking out for you. But I feel like decisions they would make on your behalf would not match what you would choose on your own. So they're saying accepting it may not be available right off the bat, but if you're going with it, like working with it, accepting that it's not accepting it totally, but seeing that it's happening and working with it, you can at least get more of what you want down the road rather than letting somebody else make decisions that they think you want for you. I think that's pretty much it with this. Okay. It does seem a little intrusive. It does bother me because I feel like you're not liking this, but it's just kind of like relaxing and just kind of like, it is what it is. And rather than just holding back and putting my head in the sand and letting other people make decisions for me, it's just having more control for you. The word acceptance is not there, but just kind of like having the realization it's happening and let me at least make my own decisions. That's better. It's better. It's better. All right, let's see. If you want a reading from me, the email's in the description below, but go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, and I'll send you my pricing list, of course. Let's go into Virgo singles. What do we have for single Virgos? What do we have for the single Virgos? Single Virgos. Empowering information. What's happening for single Virgos? I'm not going to prejudge anything here. We're going to wait to see what the rest of these are. I got to shuffle. I haven't shuffled these yet, so we don't want to put out the same card, do we? That's it. Just two. Well, we got two this time. That's something. Okay. See, there's struggle. Somebody's lacking here, and I don't think it's you. I think it's them. Somebody's like just kind of lingering around you is what I'm getting. They're just kind of lingering around. They're not showing you enough. They're not showing you enough is what I'm getting right off the bat. You've got the Six of Swords with the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is them. Six of Swords is you. They're not showing you enough. It's like if you mean that much to them, they're not showing it to you, not enough. Or there's just something here is lacking that you're not okay with. For some of you, and I understand this, so I don't think it's good or bad, just to be fair. If they're in a financial place where there definitely would be a drain on your finances, that's not acceptable is what I'm getting. So you're like, for now, your life isn't together enough to come towards me, so get your life together and maybe. So that could be for some of you, like if their finances are a mess and you're just like, I can't pull somebody into my life that's going to be a drain on my life, so you need to get yourself together and correct that, and then maybe afterwards reapproach me, maybe. Or emotionally, they're just not giving it to you. They're just not showing you how much you mean to them. So you're deciding that this is something that you're kind of not really interested in, is what I'm already getting. Now, the thing is, the reason this may be in your thoughts is like, in the past, you've already tried to work it out with this person. And there was a mismatch. I'm getting there's been passion, physical passion. You got beauty here, but you also have the Eight of Swords, kind of like, that's all I got from this. I just don't really feel like it's like, to you, this is like a damaged situation. This is something that's just, there's problems here. It's kind of like, I've gone through this type of situation before in my life. I'm not going to run at a deficit for somebody. I'm not going to run at a deficit for somebody else. I'm not going to run at a personal deficit myself for love. I'm just not willing to do it. It's not so strong that you can't stand it anyway. It's just there's enough of an interest here for you to get motivated a little bit. But like, if this wasn't a problem, things might be different. But the fact that this is a problem, this is kind of causing an issue for you. And like, you have given this thought, and you're just like, I'm not going to start down this road with this person. You've given this a lot of thought. You're making the decision to cut ties with this, is what I'm getting. Now, you also have the Seven of Swords at the bottom, like, again, cutting of the ties. And I will acknowledge this. I do want to acknowledge the Page of Cups. There is some interest from you towards them. It is there, but not to the point where you can't sleep at night. You know what I mean? It's not where you're up at night just fawning over them, thinking about them. It's not to that level. It's there enough to where you're like, yeah, there's interest there. Yeah, something could come. If this wasn't an issue, if this hang-up wasn't there, if this roadblock wasn't there, yeah, I would be into this. That's true. But you're kind of like, I've lived life long enough to know that I'm not interested in putting myself behind the 8-ball right off the bat. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. Now, I see you disconnecting from this person. And I'm seeing the Star card with surrender. Now, the two of these are making me feel, especially where you're ending up here at the end, is like, this person isn't going away very easily for some reason. They're still kind of lingering around. You're still in this energy where like, this is not for me. I don't want to do this. But you got surrender with the Star card. Like, they're showing you some type of promise. They're showing you some type of hope here with the Star card. You are giving in a little bit to this person. Not too far. Like, you know, we'll hang out a little bit. Within reason. Whatever you decide is correct for you. And you're actually giving this person the opportunity to talk it out with you, to explain why they're in the position they are in, how they're handling it, and if you two got together, what they would expect from you to help them with their current situation. You're simply just giving them the opportunity to explain. This is only within reason. What I'm getting here is that it's like you're giving them the opportunity to like plead their case. You're just kind of like, well, I guess everybody deserves a chance to explain why they are where they are. And maybe they think there's a way for this to work out that won't be such a drain on me. Let's see what they think. Let's see where they expect this to go. You're just letting them talk it out. You're not making any decisions. You're just kind of like, I still don't think this is for me. I still feel that energy with you. Kind of like, I don't think this is really going to work. but they're still hanging around. They're still kind of, gravitating around me. So let's just let them talk it out. Let them plead their case. They have a lot of good points, is what I'm getting. And they come forward very honestly. And that's kind of going to their benefit, is what I'm getting. But when the end of the day, when it comes to the end of the day here, 75% of this may sound good. But the 25% is just, you're just like, no, I'm not going to do this. Because you got the Three of Wands after. You're going to, I feel like you gave them their chance. They explained the truth. They gave you the truth. You thought it over. You gave it honest thought, but you're like, this isn't for me. And you, one way or another, this is the final moment. You're done. It's no longer a consideration. You're letting it go. You're moving on. Even if they still linger around after this, it's not a consideration for you any longer. Kind of like when they're in front of you, you say hello. When they walk away from you, you forget they exist. It's that far gone. We're done. So I feel like for those of you this is hitting for, there's somebody around you that you just kind of play with the thought every now and then. They're saying, let this come forward. Let this person talk this out with you, because this person will no longer rotate in your thoughts every once in a while. You won't even give them a thought anymore. Because it's kind of like, let this shut down. Let this finish. Because it feels like when it shuts down for you, it shuts down for them too. And then you can move on to bigger and better things. For some reason, this is still connecting to your energy. It needs to be released. So let it be released. Let them just plead their case just so the energy can be released. It may seem very minimal to you, but it actually will have a very positive effect on your life. All right. I think we're good. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, and I'll send you my pricing list. Again, that's jamesforastral@gmail.com. Thank you.